I read this New Testament line, and I could never understand. This line you can find in Matthew 5:5 is the 5th verse of the 5th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew in the New Testament. It is the 3rd verse of the Sermon on the Mount, and also the 3rd of what are known as the Beatitudes. The line is, "The meek shall inherit the earth." And I thought, there's something wrong with that line. It just doesn't make sense to me. The word meek just doesn't seem to me to be a moral virtue. The meek shall inherit the earth. I've been using this website called Bible Hub, and it's very interesting. So you have a biblical line, and then they have like 3 pages of commentary on each line, so you can look and see all the interpretations and all the translations and get some sense of what the genuine meaning might be. And the line, "The meek shall inherit the earth." Meek is not a good translation, or the word is moved in the 300 years or so since it was translated. What it means is this: those who have swords and know how to use them but keep them sheathed will inherit the world. That's a big difference. It's so great and so like one of the things I tell young people, actually for everyone. But the young people really need to hear this more. I think that you should be like a beast, because everyone says that you should be harmless, virtuous. You shouldn't do anyone any harm. You should sheath your competitive instinct. You shouldn't try to win. You don't want to be too aggressive. You don't want to be too assertive. You want to take a back seat and all that, right? No. Wrong. You should be like a beast, like Wolverine. Become an incredible Hulk, an absolute monster, and then you should learn how to control it. Become a master Jedi. Do you know the expression? It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Right? Exactly that. Exactly right. When I tell young people that, they think, well, lots of them are competitive. They're low in agreeableness, because that's part of being competitive temperamentally. It's like, is there something wrong with being competitive? There's nothing wrong with it. There's something wrong with cheating. There's something wrong with being a tyrant. There's something wrong with winning unfairly. All of those things are bad. You don't want people to win. What's the difference between trying to win and striving? You want to eradicate striving. It's very helpful for people to hear that they should make themselves competent and dangerous and take the proper place in the world. I might be asking yourself, competent and dangerous? Why dangerous? I tell you why. Because it's the alternative to being weak, and weak is not good. The people who shoot up the high schools, they're weak. And how is it good to be dangerous? Because it makes you formidable. Life is a very difficult process. You're not prepared for it unless you have the capacity for it to be dangerous. That doesn't mean that you should be cruel. It doesn't mean any of that. You have to be powerful and formidable, and then peaceful in that order. That's not the same as being naive and weak and harmless, which is what young men are being encouraged to be. It's like, that's a very bad idea. It's a very bad idea because naive, weak and harmless means that you can't withstand the tragedies of life. You can't bear any responsibility. You'll end up bitter. And when you get bitter, then you get dangerous. But you might be thinking, saying, men, should I be dangerous? By dangerous, that implies I should be ready to threaten or to hurt someone. The answer is no. You should be capable of it, but that doesn't mean you should use it. There's nothing to you otherwise. Like, if you're not a formidable force, there's no morality in your self-control if you're incapable of violence. Not being violent isn't a virtue. People who teach martial arts know this very well. If you learn a martial art, you learn to be dangerous, but simultaneously you learn to control it. Both of those come together, and the combination of that capacity for danger and the capacity for control is what brings about the virtue. Otherwise, you confuse weakness with moral virtue. I'm harmless, therefore I'm good. It's like, no, that isn't how it works. That isn't how it works at all. If you're harmless, you're just weak, and if you're weak, you're not going to be good. You can't be, because it takes strength to be good. And to be good, it's very difficult. It is a path you must travel, improving with each step, like a rough diamond transforming into something admirable. Develop your skills and learn to control them. In this sentence, there is much more complexity than one might perceive at first. All of this is related to evolution, the continuous development of an individual to become a better being each time. Go out there and be a beast, and, as I've mentioned before, it takes strength to be good. And to be good, it's very difficult. Embracing continuous improvement is more than a personal journey. It's a symphony of collective progress. Each refined skill and controlled impulse prompts a philosophical exploration of virtue and strength. As we navigate life's complexities, sculpting our character becomes an artistic endeavor, contributing not only to our destinies, but also to the perpetual evolution of humanity's narrative. Let's revel in the philosophy of growth, shaping not just ourselves, but the symphony of human progress. In conclusion, the philosophy of continuous improvement intertwines our personal evolution with the grand tapestry of human existence. It challenges us to delve into the nature of virtue, strength, and the pursuit of goodness. As we navigate life's complexities, let us embrace this philosophy, sculpting our characters with care and contributing to the ongoing symphony of human progress. Through each refined skill and restrained impulse, we not only shape our destinies but also play a part in the perpetual evolution of humanity's shared narrative. Subscribe now for more philosophical insights and wisdom on evolving into a better version of yourself. Don't forget to share this journey of continuous improvement with your fellow thinkers. Together, let's contribute to the ever-evolving narrative of human progress. Subscribe and share today.